and welcome to Getting to Good Enough, a podcast to help you let go of perfectionism so you can do more of what you love. I'm Shannon Wilkinson, a life coach in Portland, Oregon. I'm a recovering perfectionist who's getting better at good enough.
And I'm Janine Adams, a certified professional organizer in St. Louis, Missouri, and I'm lucky enough to be naturally good at good enough.
And today we're talking about keeping the commitments that you make to yourself.
Hey, Janine. Hey, Shannon. How you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good, too. I'm feeling so happy that it's September and it's actually starting to feel a little bit like fall, kind of. At least it's not unbearably hot, and it's such a treat.
That is so nice.
I'm wearing long-sleeved wool today.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I have to tell a story on myself that a few weeks ago, I have this beautiful elm tree in my front yard that I look out at, and it's very sad, but these 100-plus-year-old elm trees in our neighborhood are slowly dying from Dutch elm disease. Mm-hmm. And I looked out my window, and I saw there were a bunch of yellow leaves on the tree, and I thought, oh my God, our tree is dying. And then I realized it's fall.
It's supposed to be doing that.
Yeah. Just a natural process, honey. Keep it together.
That seems like a metaphor for something. I'm not exactly sure. But yeah that's excellent.
It's so funny, though. I mean, I think that's part of this whole passage of time thing that we've been in for the last 2 years. Mm-hmm. Where it's like, I don't know. It was hot, and now the trees are yellow, and something must be wrong.
Right. That's excellent.
Yeah. But today we are talking about keeping commitments to yourself. Mm-hmm. And I feel like this is it's hard to do, or it can be hard to do. And when you don't keep those commitments to yourself over time, it's like you don't trust yourself anymore.
Oh, yeah. That is not a good feeling. Or you feel unreliable, right?
Right.
And it's so disappointing. I feel so disappointed sometimes in myself when that sort of thing happens. I mean, sometimes things just fall by the wayside and I don't give it a second thought.
Right.
But other times there are things that I tell myself I'm going to do for my own benefit or the benefit of somebody else. And then I don't do it, and then I feel icky.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and the thing that prompted me to think about this, I think mostly, and I suggested the topic to you, is my yoga practice, which, as regular listeners know, I'm very proud of my yoga practice and have benefited from it enormously. And then I did it every single day from, I think it was April 1st, 2020 to when I was in Walla Walla in May, or in Portland maybe, May of 2021. So more than a year, every day without missing. It's just the power of not breaking that chain. And then once that chain was broken, it became easier for me to miss without feeling terrible. And then I kept it up pretty well, though. But then just recently I've had some neck pain, like I talked about in the podcast. And then I hurt my hip. It sort of came out of socket a little bit. And I was afraid of hurting myself by doing yoga, when in fact, I would have helped myself. And so it's been last time I did it was Monday, and today is Friday. And that doesn't feel good at all. I'm very disappointed in myself at this moment when it comes to that.
Yeah, that's hard. And I mean, I totally understand why you're disappointed. And also, I hope you're not being too hard on yourself.
Thank you. I probably am not. I'm pretty easy easy on myself. But I am disappointed, and I do really, my days have just been so full this week. Plus, my other excuses, I led an organizing team in a basement this week, and I'm sort of out of practice because my employees have been doing it, but I have a new employee, so I wanted to be there to train her. And I was so exhausted, but by the end of 7 hours that I could barely move.
Oh my gosh.
Move. And I had to walk Bix because Barry had a work dinner, and I knew when I pulled into the garage, I have to walk him before I sit down, because if I sit down, that poor poodle's never getting walked.
Yeah. Yeah.
So anyway, that also has made me reluctant to do yoga, but I'm ready, and I'm hopeful I'll get it some in. I may or may not feel like I can prioritize it today, but for sure tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think one of the most helpful ways to get restarted with something like that, or to get started, when you're thinking about commitments that you want to make to yourself, is to remember why it's important to you. Yes.
Oh, you were so right. You are so right. And it's so important to me.
Yeah.
Because it helps I feel it helps my health so much. And I enjoy it.
Right. And, I think it's easy to, with yoga, when it doesn't feel easy to do, consider what's coming to mind when you think about yoga. If I'm tired, then I think about, I have to pull out my mat and I have to decide on a thing. And what if I don't like it and I'm really tired and maybe I'll just stay on the couch.
Yeah, in your house, you have to walk all the way to the 3rd floor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could do it anywhere, but
right,
that's where I'm doing big finger quotes, yoga studio is.
All right. It's an excellent yoga studio.
That's where the dojo is. Yeah, aka the guest room that has enough space for us to set up yoga mats. Where all 3 of us got to do yoga together when you were here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was great.
But so when you sort of catch yourself tallying up all the hard things about something a commitment that you want to start or renew, that's a good opportunity to instead pay attention to what's the easiest thing you can do.
Mm-hmm.
Why is it important to you, and what's the easiest way you can get some of that good feeling?
Mm-hmm. Excuse me. That's great advice. And get it going. Get the practice restarted or started.
Yeah. And when you sort of make a commitment to yourself and let it go, I don't know what I'm trying to say. It feels harder to restart because you broke this commitment. Mm-hmm. And so there's this extra burden on it. And I think with people who have a tendency towards perfectionism, that can weigh a lot. Mm. And so, considering even though I haven't been doing this thing, or I didn't start the way I wanted to, I can make a different choice now. Going in with that mindset can be really helpful too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and for me, excuse me, I think restarting is a lot easier than starting was. Just, I think, because of the unknown of starting and whether I was going to like it, and is it going to hurt, and so forth. I don't know. It took me forever to start doing it. Absolutely. Yeah. So restarting should be easier, but I absolutely hear what you're saying. And I think the other sort of negative thing about not keeping commitment, at least specifically with regard to my yoga practice, is I want to be the person who does yoga every day, right? I mean, I want to be able to feel like I'm a yogi,
right?
Even though my yoga, skills aren't amazing or anything. I'm still a 59-year-old woman, but and it's disappointing. Like I've feel like I'm not living up to this label I made for myself, or vision created for myself of the type of person who is doing this.
Well, and I think that's a similar sort of thing, is that that sort of paying attention to that makes it harder to get restarted. So, bringing yourself back to like imagining yourself as a yogi makes it easier to restart.
Right. Rather than beating yourself up for lapsing in your yoginess.
Right.
Yes, that's a very subtle, simple shift to make, I think. And yet that felt very powerful.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny. I was just thinking about, I just started this new little creativity practice of just drawing a quick sketch of something for my day. And the thing that I notice that if I paid attention to it would make it easier is I often have an impulse to do it. And I sort of talk myself out of it. Like, oh, it's not a good time. Oh, I should wait. Oh, And so allowing myself to follow the impulse and to do it imperfectly, I think would be really powerful.
Yes. And I could absolutely translate that to this yoga practice, right? Because I do think about it all the time.
Right.
But I don't typically stop what I'm doing and go do it. Never mind, I'm always dressed for yoga. Because I'm always in either a pajamas or a wool dress with leggings or something. Right. So there's not that impediment. But yeah, stopping, like usually I'm working or something and I don't want to get up from writing or whatever I'm doing. But you know what? I think maybe I'm going to try out the idea for, let's say, the next few days where when I think, oh, you should do yoga or you could do yoga, I'll do it. When doing yoga crosses my mind, I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
And then it will be done. And it will be enjoyed and benefited from that day.
Right.
And my chiropractor tells me I should be doing it.
So then you definitely should.
All right. It's not just me. It's her. I wonder, and when I go see her next and she asks if I've been doing it, I want to be able to say yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's really great. I can do that. I don't have to do that for the rest of my life, interrupt whatever I'm doing when I think of it. But I can do it for the next few days.
Yeah, and I think acting on those little impulses and making it easy to act on those little impulses. So, it might be useful for me to carry around, a pen and a few little cards or a pencil and a few little cards that, it can fit in my pocket, or I can just have it with me wherever I'm at.
Yeah, they're tiny. I can't believe you're doing that on 2x2 cards.
Yeah.
And just want to say to listeners who might not have heard the most recent episode, last week's episode, we have pictures of her cards on the show notes, and they're wonderful. They're wonderful, Shannon. I love them.
Thank you.
I would like you to send me your card every day so I could see what you've done.
Yeah, it's really fun, and the other thing that I'm realized would help me keep my commitment to myself is, this doing it imperfectly. Like, I can do yesterday's card today. I could do, something. I can look at my pictures and remind myself what I did on Sunday if I didn't do a card on Sunday, and do a card today for Sunday. Like, it doesn't matter. It's for me. It's
for you. And it's the idea is doing it daily is the goal, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's excellent.
Yeah. And I think it's one of those things. I know I experienced this back when you encouraged me to blog every day, to really get into a blogging groove, is that it's hard when you get started, but once you make that commitment, then all of a sudden it's like everything turns into a blog post. Like they're everywhere. It's like, and once I start getting in the mode, then it's like, well, I start to imagine all the different things that I could record in my day, on a little card, or that I might want to, or whatever. But, at first it's like, oh, I can't pick because, it's one card and it means everything.
Are you allowed to do more than one card in a day?
I'm making this up. I get to do whatever I want.
Exactly. So you could if you wanted to, right?
Yeah, I think when I think about what I want out of this, I like to just sort of shuffle through the cards and be like, oh yeah, I remember that. Or, or like, oh, that was fun to draw. Like, it may not be something very important, but maybe it's something I just want to sketch.
Mm-hmm. I think it's amazing. I wish I could draw. I would like to do it. Okay, I could try drawing. Don't even go there. But that's amazing. I love it. And your illustrations are so great.
Oh, thank you. Mm-hmm. And that was, I'm just thinking of sort of all the layers of it. Like, I painted them. I added watercolors to them days after I drew them. I was like, ooh, I like that.
Oh,
maybe I'll do that. I don't know. Maybe I won't. Who cares?
Right. And you don't have to have a studio space set up for it, and you don't have to go through a lot of effort to do it. I mean, to get ready to do it. You can just do it, as long as your little cards are with you. And even if they aren't, except it might not be on watercolor paper. I mean, you could do it on a Post-it note if you wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter.
Who doesn't have a Post-it note nearby?
Right. I did think about getting little, the little photo corners, the little black photo corners.
Sure.
And using those to put them into a bigger book.
Uh-huh.
If I wanted to.
Yeah. You could create a whole art installation. You could make it easier and use, well, maybe not. I was thinking if you use something clear, you wouldn't have to use photo corners, like put them in sheet protectors with a little glue dot or something. But that's probably not easier. I think that's really swell. That's
if I just decide at some point that I want to be able to look at them in a different way rather than just sort of shuffling through. Right.
This could turn into a whole art exhibition.
No.
You could create playing cards out of them and then play games with them.
Yeah, I'm not sure how that would work, but I think it's just a lot of different ways that I just encourage everyone to make their commitments to themselves easy enough that they can do it. Mm-hmm. That there's an easy step that counts as doing that commitment. So no matter what is going on, you can do it. Like, I think about Duolingo, and, if I am tired and I'm getting ready to go to bed and I haven't done it yet, I just do a lesson, like one of the very first lessons. Mm-hmm. And it takes a few minutes, and I do it, and it counts, and also I feel good because I'm reinforcing what I want. It's not like I'm, it's a throwaway. Mm-hmm. And then I keep my streak, and it's great. And do you know what day today was on Duolingo for me?
I don't know. Please tell.
Hold, please. 599
consecutive days.
Yes.
Have you done it yet today?
Yes. Tomorrow will be day 600.
600. Unbelievable. That's really great. Oh my gosh. Wow. Well,
isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
You'd think I'd actually know some Portuguese, but
that is such a great example of just doing a little something so that you can keep yourself going with it. And not walk away from it because you missed a day or something. Because that's a powerful streak.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I mean, kind of. I'm sort of stunned that I've done that, but.
Yeah. Well, so 600 is tomorrow, and then in another 2.5 months, you'll hit 2 years.
Right.
Amazing.
Right. And I'm definitely learning. Because, I really, truly am only spending like 3 to 8 minutes a day on it. So, it's like all put into one. Those 600 days are probably like, 2 hours.
No. So if you spend 5 minutes a day for 600 days, that's 3,000 minutes, right? Uh-huh. And divide that by 60, isn't that like, I can't do it?
I know. It is 50 hours.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, 50 hours. I was really thinking the answer was 50, but then I lost confidence. Yeah. So that's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not nothing.
That's not nothing at all. That's great.
Yeah. So the other thing, one of the most powerful reasons to make your commitment doable, to make to come up with something that counts, that's really doable no matter what, is because then you start to trust yourself that you're going to keep your commitment. Mm-hmm. And, otherwise it's like, have you ever had a friend who asked for advice and then ignored it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's sort of like, that's what you're doing to yourself. Mm-hmm. Like, oh, you should do this. Okay. And then you don't. Mm-hmm. So it's really reinforcing. It's like, sort of, what's the word I want? Like it self-reinforcing to make your commitment small enough that you can keep it. And, unconsciously you start to trust yourself more.
Right. Yeah. Right. It's self-reinforcing, as you say. Yeah. That's terrific. I feel very motivated to hop back on the yoga bandwagon and create a chain. Yeah. And I have my easy thing to do if I haven't found the time to do yoga is to listen to a yoga meditation as I go to sleep.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, beneficial, super easy. And I prefer to move my body. But if not, at least I'm getting some of the mental benefit.
Yeah. Yeah, and, that it all counts.
Right. Yes.
So we would like to hear from you, our listeners. How do you keep commitments to yourself? You can let us know on social media, Facebook and Instagram, we're at Getting to Good Enough. On Twitter, we're at GTG Enough. You can leave us a voicemail at 413-424-GTGE. That's 4843. Or you can head over to gettingtogoodenough.com and leave a comment in the show notes. Until next time, this is Shannon Wilkinson in Portland, Oregon.
And Janine Adams in St. Louis, Missouri.
And we hope that good enough is getting easier for you. Are you ready to go hop on the mat?
Yes.
Yay!